Hello chat boys out there. Today in this vlog I'm going to be telling you guys all about what I got to on my weekend. I hope you guys have all had a great weekend. On my Saturday I got up, showered and changed, ready for work, had some breakfast, was watching a bit of TV, listened to a bit of music. Then my dad dropped me to work. My older brother was away at his girlfriend's house, younger brother was on his Xbox, older sister was at hers, younger sister up at Cheltenham, and my mum was asleep. I got dropped to work by my dad. I got to work, got clocked in, and as soon as I got in, it was literally whammed. It was so busy in there, and I was like, here we go. Busy Saturday shift. I did 10 to 4, and it was just so busy. I was mainly wanting food and drinks. I did do a food, drink, and food orders as it got a little bit more quieter. But while it was really busy, I just stuck to running lots of food and drinks, cleaning tables, helping get the next people in, and sat down. I didn't see anybody. I made sure to keep that to the one that was doing the hosting, so it was sitting people down, and quite a few tables were booked, so I wasn't doing any of that because I didn't want to have people sat on a table that was reserved already. So yeah, it was quite a busy shift. Didn't even get time to have a cup of tea. I did eventually get time to get myself a bit of apple juice and had a bit of flapjack from the cake stand, and the flapjack was so good. I only made one little mistake, which was where I got a bit muddled up with the food ticket and sent some fries to a table that they had a meal that came with the sweet potato fries, but I had misread it, so they ended up getting some sweet potato fries as well. But it was all good. One little mistake was about to happen, and it was because there was so many food tickets, and so I was reading them like I do, but I just got a bit confused. So of course the chef was not impressed and shook his head at me, and I was like, I'm sorry, but mistakes happen, and it wasn't too bad a mistake. They enjoyed the fries, and then we just had to get some more fries made and then send them to the right table. But yeah, food mistakes happen at times. It's bound to happen, like when it's busy. And then I saw a lad who was in my year at school, and as I was cleaning off his table, I dropped a dish. Luckily it didn't smash, but the leftover of the fries went all over the floor, so I had to clean that up. And yeah, it was very embarrassing, and my chef laughed and was like, hey, well done, Dad. I was like, oh god, no. So there was my two little mistakes. But mistakes are always going to happen in hospitality when it's quick pace like that. And the thing is, you just gotta keep calm and carry on. And yeah, trying to avoid making mistakes or stressing around, I find just makes more mistakes happen. So just gotta get on with it, really. I then finished at 4, I clocked off and got picked up by my dad. We then went off to Tesco's and I got myself some lunch. Saw one of my ex-colleagues who's now away in uni, and he goes back to uni in a few days time, so we were just having a nice chat. And then me and my dad got back. My mum had gone to the opticians. She then went off to go check in on my grandparents and see how my grandpa's getting on. He's doing a lot better, which is good. He got out of hospital a few days ago, and of course my mum didn't let any of us know. She did tell my dad that she was going to go check in on my grandparents and my grandpa, then go to the opticians, but she did it the other way around. So of course my dad and me were getting a bit worried because she got to the opticians at 3, and then by the time we got back from picking me up from work at 4 and going to Tesco's, it was about 5ish. So of course we were like, well, she hasn't been to the opticians, she can't have been at the opticians this long. So of course I tried calling her, then tried to call my grandparents. Of course my grandparents' phone was engaged, so of course she finally picked her and let us know that she was at our grandparents' house. So of course I was very relieved. And then I had my lunch, I got changed, put my work clothes in the wash, wrote a bit of my journal, watched a bit of TV. My younger brother was then back from being out with his mates, and I just listened to some music, did a bit of writing, watched some illustrations and a bit of colouring, did a bit of writing, played with my beat doll and sorted her out. And then for tea I had pizza. Then I was watching a bit of the Military Wives movie, which is so good. And then I finished writing my journal, put that away, and then me, my mum and my dad were watching a bit of the Scorpion King, and my dad looked at our dog Haas and was like, something is not right. And unfortunately, like before, he had another stroke-like episode. So of course his eyes were flickering like left and right. He was sick, he was shaking, he was panting, he was freaking out because of course he didn't know what the hell was going on. So it literally just broke my heart seeing him like that. So of course me and my dad just sat with him and just to let him know that someone was with him, and we're just stroking him and keeping him calm. And we were watching a bit of the French and Saunders show, which is so funny. I then had one of the hot cross buns that I got from Tesco's earlier on in the evening with a cup of tea and went off to bed. And then on my Sunday, which is today, I was off work for the first Sunday in what feels like forever. So I had a nice line. I then got up and my dad was rearranging the living room as my mum's got a new chair and footstool. So we were moving a few things around. Harvey is getting back to normal so quickly, considering how it only happened last night. He was barking again and he was walking a lot better, still a little bit wobbly on his feet. His eyes aren't as flickery as they were, like moving left to right, and yeah, so he's definitely a lot better than he was. And my older brother got back from being at his girlfriend's house and then went off to the rugby club. Older sister was at hers, younger sister up at Cheltenham. Younger brother was playing football, and my dad went off for a nap. And before that, he gave me a quick shave, feeling nice and brand new. And then I had a shower, got changed, had some breakfast, and then I headed off for a walk. I got to my favourite little cafe and got myself a cinnamon muffin and a gingerbread and white chocolate hot chocolate, and I'm going to show you guys a photo of that now. Oh my gosh, it was so good. Absolutely love the white chocolate and gingerbread hot chocolates, and the cinnamon muffin was so good. Cinnamon doesn't really agree with me, but I'll put up with it because it was just so good. I had a lovely chat with one of my ex-colleagues who now works there. She's so lovely. Then I went down to my town's castle gardens and I got some snaps from there that I'm going to show you guys now. I love it at my town's castle. The gardens are so beautiful. Despite it being winter, I was able to get 2 yellow rose snaps. I love roses. Me and my older sister love roses. I also got a photo of the water fountain, which is so beautiful. I was able to get a selfie, black and white, and my hair was looking really nice for a change. Sometimes I just want to shave it all off. I then made my way back and my dad called up and reminded me that we were off to go watch my older sister play rugby, and I completely forgot. So I was like, oh god. So I quickly got back, got ready for that. Me and my dad then dropped my mum off to go to our grandparents' house. Then we went off and watched my older sister and her team play rugby. I love going down there. I've been going down there since I was 6 or 7, and I always feel like a celebrity because everyone knows me and my siblings from rugby, and it always was so lovely. Had a cola and a Mars bar while I was there, and the game was so good. My older sister helped set up a try, and she also managed to get a nosebleed and cut her ear behind her ear. And my older brother was down there already, and it was such a good game. They won 55-7 to the other team, and I just really cheering so loudly my throat was getting so sore. At the end we got photos of the whole team, and I got one a funny one and a sensible one, posted those onto my Instagram and Facebook, and I'm just so proud of them with how far they've come from when they first started to where they are now. Then me and my dad went off to the Co-op farm food shop that's just opened and one of the new builds found from us, and went in there, got myself some lunch, and we got some orange juice for my grandpa. Then we went down to my grandpa's house, gave the orange juice to my grandma, and I didn't go inside because my shoes were muddy from being on the pitch watching the rugby. And we got my mum from my grandpa's house. Me, my mum and my dad got back home, and Harvey's doing a lot better, which is great. His eyes aren't as flickery, his tail is waggly, he's barking again as well, which is really good sign. And yeah, he's recovered a lot quicker than the first one, and unfortunately the vets has said that it's going to be a recurring thing now. We don't know when it could happen again, but it could happen again. And then I had my lunch, wrote a bit of my journal, listened to a bit of music, was watching some TikToks. I did some TikToks and posted those and drafted some for tomorrow, sorted out my greeting doll, and then my younger brother was back from being at football. His team won their game, which is great news. And then I was just watching a bit of TV, sorted out the clean washing, put that away. Then I got my uniform ready for work tomorrow. I'm doing 10 to 3 Monday, 10 till 3 Tuesday, and on Wednesday I'm not working until the evening, doing 6 till 10:30, and then on Thursday I'm off. Friday I'm doing 6 till 11:30, and on Saturday I'm doing 10 till 3. So yeah, lots of shifts coming up. I'm doing a close on Wednesday evening, so I was a little bit nervous. It's my first close of 2022, and I'm sure I'll be fine. I'm working with one of my colleagues who we got really well with, and she's really good at keeping me calm because I'm a bit of an anxious person, and Wednesday evenings are normally our quietest evenings anyway, so it should be fine. We got this. And then I was just watching a bit of TV, and then my older brother was back from being down at the rugby club. My older sister then came over, and then we got tea ready, and for tea we had a Sunday roast. I'm going to show you guys a photo of that now. Sunday roast was so good. After that I had a bit of apple crumble, but also had a bit of rhubarb as well. We had 2 lots, apple crumble or rhubarb, and I was like, I'll have a bit of both. Change things up a bit, and then I helped tidy away. My older sister had come over for the roast. She then went off with my younger brother who'd hurt his jaw at football, and she got her ear glued from where a stud went in behind the ear, caused that to have a gash. So she's been all sorted out on the mend, but my younger brother had to have a scan, and they've told them to go off to the BRI. So the adventure to get his jaw looked at, sorted out, continues. I have finished writing my journal for today. Just made myself a cup of tea. I'm going to have one of my hot cross buns. I love hot cross buns. Then I'm going to be doing a bit of writing, a little bit of drawing, maybe a bit of colouring in, and then I'm going to go and watch the new series that's just started back of Dancing on Ice with Holly Willoughby and Philip Schofield. Loved them on This Morning, loved them on Dancing on Ice. Can't wait to go watch that. I hope you guys have all had a great weekend, or have a lovely week ahead, and I shall see you with a new vlog coming very soon. Bye.